So hello everybody, welcome back to another pool video. Today I'm going to do a filter cleaning and I'm going to skim the pool as we've had a couple thunderstorms yesterday which blew some leaves around and they've gotten into the pool. So let's get started. So I know it's been a while, I just haven't had the motivation to make videos, but motivation has been restored, I guess, because I wanted to make a video today. So let's go ahead and skim the pool out. I'm sorry, I hit the camera stand there. There's a lot of leaves in the pool from the storms. I was kind of surprised because well, we don't have many trees around this pool, but we have a big sycamore tree, which is where most of these leaves come from. And there's a lot from a weeping willow. I don't know if you can see that. I'll show you that real quick. Over there. Yep, and there's a weeping willow right there. But yeah, there's a lot of leaves and stuff. So they make their way into the pool over time during the storm and just general winds, because it's switching over to fall. I can feel it. The weather's getting a lot more enjoyable to be outdoors. I don't know about you, but summers in Tennessee are brutal. So it was over 100 degrees all summer, basically. So yeah, now it's about 79, I'd say, judging by how pleasant it feels. It's not too hot and not too cold, so it's just the way I like it. And I'm going to push all that gunk off the bottom that turns the pool and makes the pool look all cruddy because there's gunk on the bottom. People be like, ew, that's a nasty pool, and it really isn't. Good chemistry, good water clarity, it's just that all that stupid gunk on the bottom it doesn't help with the overall appeal of the pool. So you just make your way around gently or more firmly if you want to. Just scrape the dirt off the bottom with your skimmer. It should come right off. If it doesn't, you've got an algae issue. And use like a yellow out type chemical, which like eats all the algae off. There's one of these weeping willow leaves. You can see up close. So let me get rid of that. And yeah, I'm just gonna make my way around the pool, and then we'll advance to our filter cleaning aspect of it. Now I've been cleaning the filter while I haven't been doing videos, but I've let it get really dirty to the point where the pump is actually losing a lot of its flow rate, so that we can really get a good cleaning out of this filter today. So just make your way around, scraping the gunk off the pool. Next year I'm going to invest in a vacuum, probably, if I have the cash for it. I'm going to try saving my birthday money, because I don't get an allowance. You probably know that. But if I do save money, we'll get a vacuum for the pool, and yeah, we shouldn't have an issue with all of this gunk on the bottom. Other than that, the water feels good, the water smells good, the water looks good. I'm pretty happy with this pool. So, and I was rewatching some of my older videos. The pool is so much bigger, this 15 by 48 pool versus that old 12 by 36 pool, which I thought was dope at the time. That was pretty tiny, to be honest. So just keep going. There's a lot of flies on top of the water. This isn't, you know, an 8K camera or whatever, so you can't really see much flies, but you probably can. I don't know. Yeah, I'd say you could if you look close enough. Go around. There's close up of all those little flies and things. Just shake them off your net and make your way around the pool. This shouldn't be too long, like, of a job to do. If it is, consider getting a bigger skimmer or using your pool cover, which I don't during the summer, because I want to keep the water temperature cool. nice and cool. I don't want to retain that heat at night. I want to let the pump turn over the water because I run it at night and dissipate all the heat off the water. And during the heat wave, we had a heat wave for like a week or so where it got like to 105, which is crazy. So I built this. I'm gonna go pick it up and show you. It's just some PVC with holes drilled in it. And because I was expecting to add another end, excuse me there, a little burp. And I put a cap on the end, put this thing. There's an elbow on the ground right there. It's kind of I'm kind of all over the place today with the camera, sorry about that. But, this stand's all stiff today too. Right there, I glued a piece of PVC right into the inside of the jet. And I was expecting to use a 45-degree angle, but right now I just have it so it does the tornado in the pool at night when it's filtering. So, yeah, this thing, it sprays the water like a small fountain, and it actually lowered the pool's effective water temperature over 15 degrees Fahrenheit. I was surprised at how well like $9 in PVC worked at cooling our pool down, but it did. So it actually got so cold, it got to 80 in here, which you'd think I would want, but I don't like 80-degree water. It's too cold for me. So I actually had to take it off and let it warm back up a little bit. It's like 90 still. It's still going back up a little bit. So that's insane. And ice wouldn't be effective at all. It would be minimally effective. My parents wanted to know if they could just cool refrigerator ice and it would cool down. 500 pounds of ice would cool 10,000 gallons of water by 1 to 2 degrees effectively. That's temporary. So no, it would not work very well. If at all. Now the water temperature, I'd say it's about 90. I'll get the official reading in a sec when I get Mr. Ducky. Yeah, I think it's about as cool as I can get it without spending another hour on it. So I'll go ahead and put the skimmer up. Pump's in sleep mode, I'm pretty sure, unless our power tripped or something. Oh, it's in sleep mode. I just took off the cover if you were wondering. There's the pump. It's getting a suntan on that plastic. I don't know if you can see it. That's interesting. So let me do all this. So you close your valve, you turn it clockwise to lock it, and it kind of clicks to let you know that it's locked. And do the same on the other end. Pardon the minivan, we usually don't park it down here. So, now that both valves are closed, we can go ahead. What I like to do is I like to take off the suction cap, twist it, and the reason I take off the priming cap is because that allows for the, otherwise it's a lot harder to get that cap off, you see, because this allows air back in so that it doesn't fight you. I think my mom's sleeping, so pardon the car noises. There's our really nasty looking filter. And that is just disgusting. Look at all that garbage in there. So I'm going to open the sediment flush. Oh. Pardon the van running in the background. I forgot my little sister has a birthday party to leave to about now, so I'm going to let that drain and I'm going to go get the garden hose in a sec. Lots of garbage in that water. Holy cow. It's about drained. And also what I like to do, see how there is a middle pipe down there and with some gunk in it? That's our return. That's to the return, like the jet. So what I do to do that, I'm losing it today. What I do to fix that is I just pop the jet valve for a second and get all that gunk out of there. And it did it. So now that won't return to the pool. So, there, no more minivan there. Yay. I'm going to get the camera positioned so that you aren't on the sun. Because that's a little too bright, I'd say. Or way too bright, because it's pretty hot now. It was nice in the morning. It was nice. It's great conditions to push mow. I mean, I push mowed. We have a 1.75 acre lot, you see. And I push mowed a third of that today. And the side I'll go inside, which is half of the front yard. My dad did the other half. But it was very pleasant conditions today. So anyway, if you're wondering what I'm doing, I'm getting the garden hose. There's the hose. Let me throw that. Make sure that that's visible on the camera's field of view. Let me scooch it back so the camera doesn't get wet from the garden hose, because I found a new method to clean the filter, which takes a lot longer but works a lot better. Now let me start with the water. Here it comes. Now let's take our little filter. It's not so little compared to the Type H cartridges or whatever. Man, where's all that? Oh, we got a water leak. Give me a sec. Technical difficulties, please stand by. There we go. Supposed to come unscrewed or something. Anyhow, now we can start really getting this filter good. So what you do is you start out regular. You just start washing and spraying in your elements. Just the general de-gunk. Why is this filter green? It turned green. It didn't turn brown, it turned green. Interesting. Anyway, you continue doing this, and it's just getting a lot of the general gunk off of here just by doing this. But then you can spread the elements and go down each one. Spread the elements apart and spray each one off. And this will allow your water to go through a lot more, take a lot more paths, and allow your pump to achieve its maximum performance. It's pretty good. Which is really good, excuse me. I said it's pretty good. I'm losing it again. Anyhow, this filter is extremely dirty. Extremely dirty. It's been running for about a week on a 12-hour chlorination cycle. 12 hours, well, because why not? It's only keeping my chlorine level at 1 part per million, which is really pathetic. I need to clean the salt cell. I don't think it's outputting near what it should. Next year my goal is 3 parts per million all the time. Which is pretty high, but you want the chlorine to be pretty high so that the pool won't bounce into a really trashy state as soon as anyone swims in it, which is what it does currently. And it takes several days, if not a week, to revert the pool back to a super duper clean state, which is what it's in right now. My little sister had a birthday party last Saturday, and just like 3 days ago was it not cloudy. It clouded up because there's a lot of gunk on the walls, I'd say. It gets kicked up from people. So, keep going over your elements. I should have emptied my SD card beforehand because I know it's only got like 8 minutes left on it. And yes, it is a 32 gig card. If you're wondering what size it is. I've got like a year's videos on there, so I'm gonna hurry up with this filter cleaning. We got water testing to do, yes. And this is nasty. Now, when they say recommended, or that we recommend you change your cartridge every 2 weeks, that's garbage. Don't listen to them. This filter is several years old. It still can catch as much dirt as it could the day we bought it. So there's a clean filter. I'll wind up the hose. Not while I'm filming, to save memory card space. I've only got 6 minutes left. So let's hurry up, shall we? Anyhow, now that we've got a relatively clean filter, we go ahead. Oh, that camera stand was all stiff. And put the filter and seat it on the middle ring of plastic, whatever the heck you call it. I don't even know what to call it. Let's just call it the middle thing. You seat the cartridge on the middle thing and then close everything up. You leave this top part open and let me check the whatchamacallit. There's a grid in the intake that keeps hair from getting into the system, which I understand, because you don't want that gunking up, or you don't want that stuck on your impeller, which would drastically reduce the life of the pump overall. So there we go, that's tightened up really nicely. Now you just carefully bleed water into the system. You don't want it to spew water everywhere. So I got the plunger valve on probably halfway right now. Quarter, 1/8 of the way. There we go. So there's some water. Oh, I just opened it more instead of closing it. My bad. Dirt. Just make sure. Let me add some water to prime the motor. We can go ahead and leave this valve open because we probably won't lose very much water. So there we go. Let's unlock that valve and turn it on, or reset it, because it's still asleep. And look at all that water. The pump is moving a lot more than it did. A whole lot more. Let me put it underwater so that we get a quiet operation standpoint. Or what am I talking about? I don't know. Okay. Now that we have the filter running at peak efficiency again, or near it, I just heard the salt click on. If you did, then you're right. Ah, wasp. Holy smokes. I do not like wasps, okay? Okay, go away, wasp. Hate you. Ugh. These wasps. I would be okay with you if you stopped rushing me, wasp. That's all I'm asking for. Don't rush me. Nah, I swear, I'll eradicate the species one day. Anyway, we have one of our test strips here. Let's take it for a dip, shall we? Here it is. 1, 2, it's hot. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, so we got our test strip. Our calcium hardness is okay, 250 parts per million. Our chlorine looks to be very low and ideal between those two, so half of a part per million, so 0.5 ppm. Free chlorine is between low and ideal. I'd say it's ideal actually, so 1 parts per million. pH seems to be okay, 7.2, which is great. Alkalinity is low, stabilizer is low, so there you go. So I've got to work on those things next year. I don't have 20 pounds of baking soda to use to raise the alkalinity. So, and baking soda is like $4 a pound or something. No, it's not $4 a pound. Who am I kidding? I don't know, but it's at least $1 a pound. I'd say 50 cents a pound. I don't know, but it'd be 20 or 30 bucks probably to get it all. Need a lot to raise the alkalinity. So let me just go ahead and wind the hose up on camera actually, because we have so much time left. And yeah, kind of need to wash my hands off now. This hose is covered in mud from use in the garden. Alrighty, end of year now. I just need a little bit of water. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. This has been Alex Wilson 235. I hope you consider checking out some of my other videos. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. This has been Alex Wilson 235 again. And bye for now. See ya.